This show explores graphic and disturbing stories and includes strong language. It may not be suitable for young audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Coffin Chronicles,
where we unearth stories about true crime, mysteries, and paranormal events that happened right here in the Philippines.
all while doing our makeup. So this was inspired by all of the beauty gurus that paved the way for us in mixing what we love the most, crime and concealer. But before we proceed, just want to put it out there, this little disclaimer. Now, we're not professional makeup artists. We aren't specialists in crime or criminology, those areas. But what we're trying to do here is to get a little creative with our look and talk about all of these gory, creepy, haunting horror stories. So, I'm Nix.
And I'm Sha, and let's get it started. So today's story will be about one of the most popular aswang in Western Visayas, or even in the Philippines as a whole. Her name is Maria Labo. So Maria Labo is married to a police officer. His name is Damien, and they had 2 kids. So Maria and Damien lived in Iloilo, but some articles they lived in Capiz naman. So they lived a simple life. So again, si Damien nga, he's a police officer. Tapos si Maria naman is a stay-at-home mom that takes care of the whole household and of the kids. So there came a time na nagkaroon sila ng financial problem. So, Maria had to leave the country. So, nag-apply siya as a DH sa ibang bansa. So, yung iba, sabi sa Europe daw siya nagtrabaho. Yung iba naman sabi sa Canada. And then some say in Dubai naman. So, medyo walang iisang, as you can see, walang iisang parang information about her. So, medyo maraming
mga sure nag-DH siya, ganun.
Yes, oo. So, sure na nagtrabaho siya sa ibang bansa as a DH. And then, they said na nag-alaga siya doon ng matanda and nagustuhan siya. I mean, nagustuhan yung work niya. And then, she stayed there for a couple of years. I think, if I'm not mistaken, mga 2 years siya nag-stay doon. All of a sudden, umuwi siya sa Pilipinas. So, at first, syempre, nagulat si Damien na parang, biglang nandito na siya. Pero, syempre masaya siya. At the end of the day, masaya siya na kumpleto na ulit yung pamilya niya, nakauwi na ulit yung asawa niya. Nung pagtingin dito sa Pilipinas, doon nila napansin na there's something wrong with her. Okay. Parang nag-iba yung ugali niya. Doon niya napapansin nila. And then, at around that time, doon din nagkaroon ng mga mysterious happenings within their barangay. So, the same time that Maria arrived in the Philippines, or at least in their community, weird shit started to turn up. They found a body of a boy and his stomach was cut open. Then, yung mga lamang loob ng bata nakatanggal. So, syempre, bilang, Damien is a good father, he started to worry about his kids lagi, di ba? Parang, lagi niyang iniisip yung mga anak niya. Syempre, delikado, baka mangyari din yun sa anak niya. Kasi they don't know yet kung ano yung nangyari dun sa bata. One day, or at least one night, nung umuwi si Damien, nabahan siya kasi usually, kapag umuwi siya, yung mga anak niya, nag-greet sa kanya, sinasalubong siya. Tapos, nung gabi na yon, hindi sumalubong yung mga anak niya.
Okay.
So, obviously, nagtaka siya, nag-worry siya, and he talked to Maria. Sabi niya kay Maria, hinanap niya yung mga anak nila. Kinausap niya si Maria, tinanong niya kung nasa na yung mga bata. At that time kasi, si Maria, nag-chop sa kitchen nila. Nag-chop siya ng baboy. Tapos, ang weird kasi she was not really paying attention to what she's doing. Chop lang siya ng chop to the point na tumatalsik na yung dugo sa mukha niya. Dead ma pa din siya. Tapos, hindi din niya pinapansin si Damien nung pinakausap siya. So, tinanong siya ulit ni Damien na parang sabi niya, nasa naman yung mga anak natin? And then, dinismiss siya ni Maria and sabi niya, kumain ka muna, masarap yung niluto ko.
Okay.
So, si Damien naman, na-weirduhan siya, but he agreed na umupo muna siya sa table. And then, as soon as Maria left the room, narinig niya na umiiyak yung anak niyang lalaki sa ilalim ng lamesa.
Okay. What's happening?
Yeah,
nag-iinat ka lang, ganon.
Hindi. So, nakita nga niya na umiiyak sa ilalim ng lamesa and then nakatitig sa ref nila. So, syempre, na-curious na si Damien. Parang gusto niya malaman, okay, anong tinitingnan itong batang to sa ref? Kasi iyak siya ng iyak. As in, iyak talaga. Tapos nang binuksan ni Damien yung ref nila, nakita niya na may mga body parts ng bata.
Bata? Holy shit. Oh my God. Tapos?
So, syempre, nang dilim yung paningin ni Damien kasi hindi pa rin niya nakita yung anak nila eh. Yung isa nilang anak. Diba they have 2 kids? Isa lang yung nakita niya. So, nagdilim yung paningin niya. So, ang unang-unang ginawa niya is, kumuha siya ng itak, or ng itak. Tapos, hinanap niya si Maria.
Okay.
Paglabas niya ng bahay, doon pa rin naman sa within their property. Paglabas niya, nakita niya si Maria. At first, hindi niya alam kung anong ginagawa ni Maria. Nakita lang niya na naka-crouch down si Maria. Tapos, hindi niya sure kung ano yung ginagawa. Nung nilapitan niya, nakita niya na kinakain ni Maria yung intestine ng baby.
Oh my God. Okay.
So, nung nakita niyang ginagawa yun ni Maria, nagdilim yung paningin niya and initak niya si Maria sa mukha. Something like this.
Okay, nice. I mean, like, nice that you're doing the makeup.
Does this make sense now, guys?
Yeah, it does.
Nung naitak siya, Maria survived, and then she just ran off.
Ooh, okay. Ran off where? Like, she just disappeared?
Yeah, nobody knows where she ran off. And then Damien never saw her again. So, kumalat sa community yung nangyari. And then, obviously, everyone was on the lookout after that. Kasi syempre, di ba, parang sarili niyang asawa yung nagsabi na kinain yung kumain ng bata and all. One time, there was this couple. So, yung babae, she was pregnant. And then, in the middle of the night, she heard something na kumakaluskos sa roof nila. So, syempre, nagpanic siya, di ba? Ginising niya yung asawa niya. Dito kasi sa Philippines, it's said na isa sa mga panlaban sa aswang or like the things that could really hurt them is yung buntot ng pagi or yung tail ng stingray.
Where the fuck are we gonna get a stingray? Okay. Malapit ba sila sa dagat? Like, I don't know where Capiz is.
I think Yeah, but hindi ko kasi sure kung which part of Capiz. Or Iloilo. Pero yun. Tapos, syempre the husband was looking at the roof, ganyan. Tapos, nung lumilingon-lingon yung pregnant woman, she saw Maria sa window nila.
Okay.
Yeah, nagpanic siya, syempre. Nagsumisigaw-sigaw siya na. And then, the reason why they know it's Maria is because of her huge scar on her face. That's why she was called Maria Labo. Kasi, in Ilonggo, Labo, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm so sorry if I'm not. But, Labo is an Ilonggo word for slashing or like yung pagka-cut ng bolo or knife. Or ng itak. So, kaya siya tinawag na Maria Labo. Kasi she has a big in her face.
Gash in her face. Damn.
Yeah. So, actually, itong story ni Maria Labo, it was already featured sa KMJS. Kapuso mo, Jessica Soho. Yeah. So, they also investigated if totoo ba si Maria Labo? Is there any truth to the story? Ganyan. And yun nga, yung couple na nagsabi na they saw Maria Labo, they were also interviewed by Jessica Soho's team. And yun nga, they're really saying na they did see Maria Labo. And that she is true.
Damn.
So yun. Pero kasi, syempre di ba nag-investigate na yung...
I don't know if you told it. If you said this na kanina, kailan nga ulit to?
I didn't say that. There wasn't any solid, pero I think there wasn't any like mention of the actual year that this happened. But I'm assuming it's sometime around the early 90s or mid-90s. Kasi I remember, personally, I've heard of Maria Labo and nagkaroon nga ng like talks about it na she's in Manila now.
Oh, okay.
That's why I mentioned like it's probably one of the most famous aswang in the Philippines. Kasi she started in Western Visayas, but then there are talks around the community na nakarating na rin siya sa Manila.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So, yun. So, yun nga, and yung research team ng Kapuso mo, Jessica Soho, went to the place where they said na doon nag-originate si Maria Labo. And so, like, even with all the talks around the community about the existence of Maria Labo and the sightings of her, there wasn't any written record of like the incident, yung may kinain na bata or may nilutong bata, ganyan, or like any incident about their family, Maria Labo's family. So there was no records about that. And ang sinerch nilang record is from 1999 to 2000. So walang incident reported about it. But still, ayun nga, there's a lot of people saying na nakita nila si Maria Labo and may nagsasabi na merong babae silang nakikita na laging naglalakad by the shore. Tapos, she's weird because she's always there and meron siyang malaking scar sa mukha. So, they're all assuming that that's Maria. Sobrang daming talks about her na it inspired a radio show to do a radio drama about her. And also, her story was turned into a movie noong 2015. So, yeah, that's the story of Maria Labo or Labo. So, what do you think? Kasi there's not really much, there wasn't really much facts about her. Karamihan talaga hearsay na, yun nga, wala anything on record about like any incident that's related to her. Pero a lot of people strongly believe that she is real. Especially the couple who like shared their story sa Kapuso Mo Jessica Soho. So they were really
Right.
interviewed. Hindi sila yung tipong shadow lang or like
Oo.
yun.
So nagpakita talaga sila ng face like on TV and stuff.
Yeah. Nagpa-interview talaga sila.
Oo.
So, and also I mentioned na even ako nung bata ko, I heard about her na medyo may scare nga na she's already in Metro Manila. Kasi ang dami din nagsabi na nakita nila sa ibang place si Maria Labo and she's a manicurista, parang ganon. There's a lot of stories about her, but again, it's just stories, no facts, not even pictures of her sighting.
Oh.
So, yun. So, what do you think? What do you think, Nix? Do you
personally
believe in her?
I mean, just because of the lack of records, I mean, hindi na siya ganun katagal. Nangyari if mga 90s to 2000s yung like era na tong story na to. I feel like they could have documented something like that and like in a sound like kahit small town siguro nung time na yun, di ba? Of course, may mga local governments pa din. They could have just written something down. Okay, so this guy, tinaga niya yung asawa niya sa mukha and yung asawa niya naman may kinakain na bata. I mean, it's so outrageous that if it really happened, I feel like anyone, even if it was just a short like one-liner, would have written it down somewhere on legal records.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, we've had records from the 1800s. I don't know how to both, but if we haven't seen that yet, I mean, we kind of talked about that. They had one record at least of that happening. So, it makes me doubt the story. It's like it's interesting to hear, but it's kind of doubtful. I feel like it's a wives' tale lang to get everyone scared. Alam mo yun?
Yeah, ako naman personally,
and then it got out of control.
Yeah, kasi sobrang lumawak. Ako kasi I mean, there's a witness. Yeah. So, alam mo yun, I don't think they'll even bother. Kasi she was pregnant at that time. I don't think she'll put herself through that stress if what she saw was just nothing. That's my take on it naman.
But it could be like parang like ang daming stories kasi na ganyan, diba? Na may kukuha din sa bata or something while you're pregnant. So, old wives' tale na napasa na through generations. And then, nagpa-interview sila kay Jessica Soho because, come on, 15 minutes of fame. Like, sasabi mo sa kapitbahay mo na, in-interview ko niya, ganun.
No, they were sharing that story even before like Jessica Soho. Kaya sila na-interview kasi sila yung tinuro na sila yung witness. Sila yung naka-witness kay Maria Labo. So, yeah, but so we're divided on this. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Like, which side are you on? Do you think na you're on my team? Na I think it's true? Alam mo yun na, I mean, it's possible na there is, like elements out there that we don't really necessarily understand, but they're there. Or are you on Nick's team saying na it's just one of those stories that the elders use para mapasunod agad yung mga bata? Na parang, kailangan mo na umuwi kasi nandiyan na, parating na si Maria Labo.
Kailangan mo matulog, kukunin ka na ng polis.
Yung mga ganon. So,
Team Nix, Team Sha. I don't know if you can go voting.
Like, just comment down below, I guess. And let us know what stories you want to hear next, or better yet, share your very own horror, creepy stories with us on Coffin Chronicles PH, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And don't forget, if you want to hear more true crime, more mysteries, and more paranormal events that happen right here in the Philippines, and see a little bit of makeup, a little bit of SFX. Like, follow, and subscribe to Coffin Chronicles PH on YouTube.
Thank you for joining us.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Why am I smiling?